Hi there. Welcome to episode 7 of Q&A with LJ. I'm Leah Jones with LJ Interiors, and I have Kasey, the furniture redeemer with me. And today we're just going to talk about some of the things that Kasey gets to do as far as restoring furniture, and just how she can make some wonderful transformations for things that you might have sitting in your basement. So one of the things that I want to know kind of right away is what sets you apart from other furniture restorers? What makes you different, would you say?
Sure. I consider myself a furniture artist. So I'm not just a furniture flipper. I'm not just throwing some chalk paint on a piece of furniture and trying to sell it for money. I'm really involved in the whole process from start to finish with the client, determining finish, attention to detail. I have a lot of custom finishes that I do that not a lot of other people can do, so I'd say that sets me apart. And then another thing that sets me apart is that I do in-home consultations. So perhaps you have a piece in your house and you have no idea what to do with it, whether it was, great grandma's and it's been sitting in your basement, or you have a piece maybe that you just bought off Facebook Marketplace and you love it, but you don't know what to do with it. So I do in-home consultations where I come and look at the piece and give you my opinion and advice on finishes that would match your home and your decor style.
Awesome. So, I think that, you really provide sort of that second layer or additional level of service, like you said, more than just kind of slapping paint on it, because it is important if you have that piece that does mean something, that, it was great grandma's dresser or hutch or whatever it is, it still means something to you, but it would mean a lot more if it would look better in your home.
Yes.
It could be functional and serve a purpose more than just this, heavy piece of furniture kind of in your basement.
Yep.
So that's fantastic. And do you do repairs or kind of rehabbing furniture? So maybe I have an old trunk and the handle broke off, or maybe my dresser, the drawers, the handles are kind of loose or rickety or whatever. Do you guys do things like that as well?
Yeah, we do small, minor repairs. My husband does a lot of the repair work. He's kind of the what do I want to call it? He's the builder, and I'm kind of the designer and finishing touches. So if we have an antique dresser and the drawer bottoms have holes in them, or they've warped over time, we'll completely replace the entire drawer bottom. Sticky drawers, we could fix those. Yeah. Missing hardware. Pieces of furniture that maybe the corner's completely gone or a chunk of wood is missing, we can use Bondo and epoxy and fill those to make them look brand new again.
Perfect. So, I think that does really save a lot of furniture, from going to the landfill or ending up in a bonfire perhaps. But again, you have an additional use for it, and it looks good in your home. So just because it's broken or just because it is maybe in need of some repair, you can give it a second life.
Yep, for sure.
So that's pretty cool. So I have always been attracted to kind of your signature or your classic redemption finish.
Yes.
I think it's so neat and so unique because it's not just like a paint, or it's not just a stain, or it's kind of a mix of both. And I won't make her give her trade secret away, but can you kind of give me a little bit of information as far as, how you came about it and what it is that you like about it? And because I think it's an awesome finish that really goes with a lot of styles too.
Yep.
So can you tell me a little bit about it and sort of how it came to be?
Sure. I've been doing furniture for 6 years, and I started out, with just simple paint colors, and I was using latex paint, and then I kind of moved into actual furniture paint. So a lot of the stuff I use is general finishes, or fusion mineral paint is another good one. Okay. And then there was one day I was just kind of messing around and playing around with different finishes, and that's kind of my creative outlet. And I thought, well, what if I try this? And then, I tried something different. What if I do this? And so it just kind of happened over time, where I found something I liked, and then I kind of tweaked it, and I just kept trying to perfect it over the years. And then I finally got it to where I love it and started doing it, and now it's kind of become my signature finish. And I was calling it for a long time. I was saying faux restoration hardware finish because it kind of mimics that look.
It does, definitely.
But I was like, I can't keep saying this anymore. So my husband and I decided we've got to rename this. Like, you've got to put a name to it. So that's where Classic Redemption came into play. And it's like you said, it's a neutral finish that's going to go with anything.
Yeah, definitely.
And it just takes any piece from... Like, I recently just did a bed and 2 nightstands, and they were this orange, outdated oak.
Yep.
And it just took it to another level where it's, I mean, it looks high-end now. It looks like a high-end piece that you would find in a store, and it just looks new and fresh. And if they decide later down the road they want to paint their walls a different color,
they can do that.
They can do that, because the bed is still a neutral
finish
finish that will go with anything.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when you talk about wall colors, I would say it's kind of that grayish, you know? I mean, it kind of has some browns, kind of has some grays, so you can put a lot of colors with it, but it takes a tired, dated piece and brings it, you know, kind of into more the modern era, if you will. But doesn't set it apart so that it's stuffy or, you know, it's a classic look. It's clean, it's fresh, and again, it will go with anything that you put with it. So I just think it's so neat and so different that that, you know, I'm really excited that you know that you're able to do that for people. So
thank you.
So obviously, I would say that probably any transformation that you do, you get excited about just because you can kind of see that before and after. But what would you say are some of like your favorite kind of projects to work on?
I would say by far my favorite is a China hutch or any large hutch, which is crazy because those are the most time consuming and the tedious ones because they're so huge. But I've done so many over the years, and those were kind of actually my first ones when I first started painting furniture. Those are what I really started out with. But they can make such a huge impact in a room, and the before and afters of those, they just amaze me. Like from start to finish, you can see it happen, and you can take a China hutch from grandma, from, you know, whenever, back in the day, and take the doors off, and now you have open shelving, which is a popular look right now.
Absolutely.
And then another cool thing is we can paint the exterior of it a different color than the interior. So we could do the interior white and the outside black, and so you have that classic look with just enough complementary colors to make it work. And then changing up the hardware can totally transform the look of a piece too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's, you know, I think it's on your website and you have said it before, but it's kind of like putting jewelry, you know, on your furniture, because it is, I mean, that sometimes makes the piece, you know, if you put like glass knobs or metal pulls or things like that. I just think that totally takes a piece up a notch or 10 notches, you know, depending upon, you know, what the before was. It's really interesting how you can take a piece that is dated and tired and just make it brand new. And, you know, I think the need for going to find something at a store is just not there anymore, because you can do so much with it and make it modern. And like you had said, you know, restoration hardware, you know, is certainly sought after, but if you can make it look or resemble something that, you know, you could find at a store like that, then why not? Because it's probably more cost effective, but then I think you appreciate it too, because there's potential memories, you know, with that piece, and and then you can hand it on to your kids or your family too.
And
so.
it's going to be a unique piece that only you own, right?
Absolutely.
Like, you can go to Restoration Hardware and buy a table, but so can
everyone else. Exactly.
And so it's a unique piece that you can say, I have this table. Nobody else has this table with this exact finish on it.
Yeah, it's a custom piece.
Yep.
Absolutely. So I so appreciate, you know, you kind of spending some time and talking to us and kind of inviting us into your world and your spray booth behind us. This is where the magic happens, guys. But so thank you so much, Kasey.
Yeah, thank you.
I so appreciate this. And this has been episode 7 of Q&A with LJ, and I will make sure to put Kasey's information in the comments below, so please feel free to reach out to her if you have questions, if you want more information, and also, like she had mentioned, she does in-home consultations, so she can come to your home, she can help you decide kind of the finish, best placement in your home, and just how to dress it up for you. So definitely reach out to her for questions regarding that as well. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.